Welcome back to S3 The Lab. We are here today with Bill McPherson, VP of Sales for Graphite Design, but you have a guest.
I do.
Who have we got?
I have a very special colleague with me today. This is Tak Yamada. Tak's a 20-year veteran with Graphite Design, and he's the president of Graphite Design Japan. So he's here from Chichibu, Japan, with me today, and we're talking about some of the new products that we have coming up here in the near future. So Tak, his father founded the company, I might add.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that. I've known you for quite a while, but I did not know that.
So Tak-san's father was the founder of Graphite Design in 1989. So obviously 37 years now? 38 years?
34. That was my birthday.
34 years.
89, really? Okay. I thought it was longer than that.
1989. That's when Graphite Design was founded. So yeah, Tak is with us today, traveling about, visiting customers to talk about our new products.
So first, I would say thank you for invite us to here. So as you know, our product is many kind. So too many kind of 280 shaft. So I hope many people try and switch to our 280 shaft. I hope deeply hope. So thank you so much.
Well, we appreciate everything you've always done for us with the years, and you've always been good about sharing information and data, and Bill's been a great conduit helping us with it. But you've always made really high quality stuff. We've obviously run everything through the S3 machine, and there's a reason you have a lot of graphite design in our matrix. So very well done. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for being here today too. Yeah. And on that note of new product and lots of great product, we're introducing a product today.
That's right.
It's an addition to an existing line.
Right, so basically our hybrid offerings consist of 3 shafts right now: our 280 DI hybrid, our 280 IZ hybrid, and our 280 HY hybrid. This new offering is called 280 VF hybrid. So we have our VF wood shaft, which we launched at the beginning of 2024, more of a low launch, low spin, penetrating ball flight. VF hybrid comes right up behind it with the same exact idea and design premise, where we're looking for a penetrating type ball flight out of a hybrid shaft. So this ultimately will be our stiffest hybrid shaft offering, called 280 VF. I know Mark's got some numbers here to talk about from an S3 standpoint how it differs. Well, go ahead, Mark.
Well, if we're looking at the new one, so we're looking at the DI compared to your new shaft, the VF here, definitely plays stiffer. So I've got 2 stiffs pulled up here. Both weigh about the same, 87 grams-ish or so.
So this will be our 85 stiff model we're looking at.
This is very much a low launching shaft though. I mean, if you look at the I curve, it's much stiffer in the tip. Actually low on our scale, quite a bit low. So quite a bit lower that direction. Torque similar. Really that's it. It's just stiffer all the way in the tip and the midsection. Mostly the tip is just considerably stiffer.
Right. That butt section, you can see the butt EI profile where DI is 93 and VF is 72. That's kind of the design intent when you're trying to create a high kick shaft. You have to balance the shaft out.
Right.
And in this case, the butt section's a little softer than DI. But as you move down to the mid and then ultimately to the tip, look at the tip.
Yeah.
Tip EI is 23 on the DI and 30.
35 is one of the highest in a hybrid that we've seen, to be honest. And that's a stiff. That's not even an X or that's only 85. Exactly. So that's a really stiff tip. But there's some strong players out there, and the hybrids are designed to launch it up in the air, some more than others.
And our competitors have offerings that are out there as well, and it was time for us to bring something to the table that competes in that realm as well.
Yeah, I think you've done such a great job. I mean, DI has been in so many driving irons and hybrids over the years.
Yeah, lots of them.
Adding something in that lower end is just definitely going to give those higher speed players as a go. And it's surprising how many times we actually do need a lower launching hybrid sometimes. People do spin the ball a lot, and it's nice to have something from, I believe, 75 through to 105.
Correct.
And that's going to knock the ball flight down. It's great, especially for driving irons. Those linksy golfers trying to get something really stiff in the tip and knocking that down.
I'd be really surprised we didn't see some of these floating around the British Open this year.
Yeah, quite possibly. Right? Yes.
And driving irons and stuff, trying to keep it under the wind.
That
makes total sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then bringing in, you touched on this a little bit, and hopefully it's not sharing too much, but you've brought in a material that you've used in other golf shafts into the tip section of this to create that stiffer section.
Right. So the new VF hybrid does incorporate our material technology called Toreca T1100G in the tip section, which, as we've known over the last 3 or 4 iterations of 280 shafts, T1100G adds stability to the shaft without an increase in weight. And in this very case, it does just that. It adds stability, which translates to stiffness in this case, the EI profile. But yes, so this would be our first hybrid shaft offering to incorporate T1100G. So even more value in the performance of the material of the shaft used here as well.
And this would definitely be a reason to not look at frequency alone, because the frequency alone on these looks fairly similar.
Yeah, again, look
But
at that number.
where they're stiff is quite a bit different. So
Right.
these are going to play quite a bit stiffer than the DI.
Right, no, there's no doubt about it.
Again, you might want to go and hit those before you think I've got a DI stiff. I want to try this. You might want to try a regular or an SR, right?
Quite possible, right? The frequency on the DI is 280, where the VF is 283. You would think it would be like 293.
Yeah, it's close,
How
right.
we're talking,
Yeah.
but it's actually really close. So
Yeah.
again, Mark, to your point, it's a measurement of where the stiffness is that counts.
Right, exactly.
And you've taken advantage a little bit of the geometry again in the butt section to make that feel. You know, when you get really strong, especially with the wider diameter shafts and hybrids and irons, that can start to feel a bit blunt, but we know that's not Graphite Design's MO. It's all
So,
about nice soft
Again,
feel.
part of that balancing act we were talking about with the stiffness in the butt section in a shaft like this, it's designed to promote low launch. The butt ODs do go a little bit smaller. So the 95 stiff and extra stiff is a perfect example of how much smaller the butt OD is in comparison to DI if you were to look at those two numbers. So
Yep.
yeah, it's the guys at Graphite Design do a really, really good job at taking a look at what they're being asked to produce, go to the drawing table, make up the samples for this to then go and test. The iteration, the process of design and trial and error, we come out with something that's really, truly going to do exactly what we say it will.
And you don't come out with things, immediately just to throw them out there and try them, because this has been out there a little while. It's actually got a win on tour a couple of years ago in a
There
different
is some
paint
history
job,
here.
right?
It was a prototype
Yep.
that goes all the way back to 2018, and there was a win here,
Yep.
actually in Phoenix at the
Yep,
Waste
right.
Open. Yep. So there is some history with this shaft, but again, we don't just make it and stick it out there.
No, I'm
we
just
go
saying,
out and-
you actually
it's
tried it
tour
with a few
proven
people, right.
before, yeah. In
Right.
this case, truly tour proven before it comes
Right.
to market.
Yeah, that's
Very
great.
cool.
And I'm going to keep banging the fit-in drum,
Yeah.
With all these options, and let alone Graphite Design, we carry so many golf shafts. I think this is a really good option for our matrix, nice niche, low flight and strong hybrid. But get fit for your golf shafts, get fit for every club in the bag. If you're going to invest good money in great product like Graphite Design, make sure you spend time with expert fitters, and it's only at locations like Cool Clubs and anyone that using the S3 technology that you're going to get the real deep dive into the answer and finding the golf shaft that works for you.
But you definitely got to try them to hit them and,
Yep.
and see, because
Test them out.
I wouldn't suggest going and getting the same shaft you had before, unless you're really looking for lower and higher. There's more things happening than just the flex. So.
Head to the website, book yourself a fit-in, and thank you so much. Been an honour to have you on
thank you
today.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.